Okay, so now that you have an understanding of kind of the overview, let's drill down into the specifics of the most important metrics to track. So the first one obviously is impressions. So from impressions, typically on a lot of ads you'll see on Facebook or Google or AdWords, YouTube, any kind of ad platform, you can either optimize for impressions or clicks, meaning do you want the most amount of people to see your offer, or do you want to get the lowest cost for the most amount of clicks to an offer? Depending on what the offer is, usually branding plays like, say, Coca-Cola, they're not necessarily trying to get somebody to click and buy Coca-Cola right there. They're just trying to get in front of as many eyeballs as possible. So later when they're at the grocery store and they see Coke and Pepsi, they're going to choose Coke, right? Where clicks is mostly for what we call direct response offers, where it's, hey, here's this thing. We have an iPhone on sale right now, 50% off, click it and get it, right? That's more of a direct response. You're trying to elicit a response from somebody. And then what you measure between these two is called your click-through rate. So if you have 1,000 people that see an offer and 100 people that click the offer, that's going to be a 10% click-through rate, right? What is the percentage of people that actually click that have seen the offer? The second is opt-in. So sometimes there'll be an opt-in, sometimes there won't be an opt-in, which is where you put your email and or name or fill out, like for a mortgage application, an opt-in would be address, phone number, credit score, any other, property value. Sometimes that can get really, really detailed. Or if it's a chiropractor, it could be what pain symptoms you're having, right? Opt-in forms come in all shapes and sizes, depending on the market, niche, product, et cetera, et cetera. And then from the click to the opt-in, you have what's called your opt-in rate, right? So your opt-in rate would be, okay, if you had 1,000 people that clicked, 1,000 impressions, 100 people that clicked, right? That would be 100 or a 10% click-through rate. And then let's say out of those 100, you get 20% of people or 20 people to actually opt in. That's a 20% opt-in rate. And then from the opt-in, then you have sales. So out of the 20 people that opted in, let's say that one buys, right? So you would have a 5% conversion rate or sales conversion rate. So this is, again, just think of it like a funnel where it starts with the eyeballs, starts with the click as the first action, then possibly an opt-in, or you might be able to skip the opt-in and go directly from click to sale. And then a couple other metrics that I really like to look at and that are important for affiliate marketers is things like gross earnings. Obviously, what is the most or the gross revenue that you've created from this lead funnel. And then your EPCs, earning per click. This is probably, with professional affiliate marketers, the most important metric that people look at is, okay, for every click that I drive this offer, what is the revenue that I get, right? And kind of a metric, again, this could be low, this could be high, but as a base minimum metric that I've looked at and that I know other affiliate marketers look at is that $1 per click is good. It's not great, but it's kind of a baseline metric. I typically go for higher than that, $2, $3, or $4 per click. So if I can drive 10,000 clicks to an offer, I want to make $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, right? If I drive 10,000 clicks to an offer and I only make $500 or $1,000, that is a failure in my opinion. And so this is just a really good metric that you'll want to write down and pay very close attention to know how much revenue you're getting per click, because that will determine how scalable that offer is, right? And the more scalable an offer is, the more profitable an offer is, the more you can spend in advertising or resources to continue to promote that. But if an offer doesn't convert that well, then maybe it doesn't even make sense to promote it at all. And then finally, lifetime customer value, right? This is something that, if you're referring people to, say, Amazon, where people can buy over and over and over again, and you're constantly referring them Amazon products, the first product they buy might only be $5, but maybe they buy $50,000 worth of stuff over the course of their life, right? And that to you means X dollars in net revenue. And then you can go back and do the math and back that out and say, well, if I make, say, $5,000 per customer from Amazon over time, I can spend $1,000 or $2,000 in advertising to acquire a customer. And kind of the best maxim or the best wisdom that I've ever gotten from very, very big affiliate marketers is you want to be able to outspend the next guy or the next lady. You want to, a lot of people look at advertising and they're like, no, I don't want to spend money. I want to save money, right? But your goal as an affiliate marketer, if you want to go the paid route, which we'll talk about in a second, is to be able to outspend everybody else. The more you can spend, the quicker you can grow and the more you can get the momentum going, right? So we'll talk about that more in the next video. I'll see you in a second.